Hello everybody, welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events, and we don't have a big one, but we have one that needs watching. We got Easter, and then this is not an April Fool's joke, but a pattern developing which would deliver a pretty substantial chill to the air by the beginning of April. That's no April Fool's joke. So we got a lot to talk about in this blog video. Recording this Wednesday, March 23rd, shortly after 9 a.m. And first thing we're going to do is talk about tonight. And everybody should have a way of getting a warning or a watch. And that's either Weather Call 7. You can sign up for that at KATV.com. Or you can have a NOAA Weather Radio battery backup. I do not expect a big severe weather outbreak. And this is the tornado threat categorized as low. And I've gotten away from doing the 2%, the 5% within 25 miles of a given point. That's all. I just don't. Not a big fan of that. But anyway, I think this better describes it: low, medium, high, and extreme. You can see this is the slight risk area basically too. But there's a low threat for tornadoes. I didn't say no threat. It's a low threat. Severe winds 58 miles per hour or greater. With the thunderstorm, if you get under one, there's a medium threat for severe winds 58 miles per hour or greater. Severe hail, 1 inch in diameter or greater. Tonight, there will be, this should say tonight, this is all going to be after 9 p.m. There's a medium threat for that. Now, simulated radar, this is from the High Resolution Rapid Refresh, courtesy of weatherbell.com. And this is at 1Z, that's Zulu time, which is 8 p.m. And you can see this is when the storms are going to be the strongest, when they develop in southeastern Oklahoma through northwest Arkansas. And see how they're individual? This is when there's going to be the threat for, I think, it's going to be early on the threat for severe weather. And then as time progresses, I think that threat will diminish as they move off towards the east. You see some showers out ahead of it. If anything develops out ahead of it, you'll have to watch. But right now, it's just showing some light showers. But these will have the ability to produce all modes of severe weather: hail, wind, and you can't rule out an isolated tornado. And then this is by 2Z, which is at 9 p.m. The line is moving into and through northwest Arkansas. This will not be perfect, never is, but it gives you a good general idea. And I have a very high respect for whoever has been working on this model. The HRRR is by far, in my opinion, the absolute best short-range model most of the time. 3Z, which is at 10 p.m. There's the line. Still quite strong. You can see some embedded cells within that. Again, all modes of severe weather will be possible. And then this is at 11. Notice it's becoming more linear. Let's see if I can scroll here. This is at midnight tonight. More linear. Still northwest of the Little Rock metro area. Still some of these could be strong to severe. And then notice that by midnight tonight, there's a weakening trend. And this is what we're showing, with the slight risk area. As they move eastward, they're going to lose their punch. And then this is at, let's see, I got to make sure I got my times right. 2 a.m. in the morning. They're moving into the metro. There's some stronger cells, but it does not appear like they're all that strong. And then they're losing their strength as they push into eastern Arkansas. And then this is then the wee hours of the morning. I got to make sure I got my times right. 4 a.m. So, again, the strongest up here in northwest Arkansas through Oklahoma. As they move towards the east, they weaken. But you can't let down your guard in central or eastern Arkansas tonight. Have a way of getting warnings. But this is the area of the state. If I had to say there's an area of the state that had to watch it more, it would be in this area of the state right in here. Further east, the threat does diminish. Now, let's fast forward to Easter. According to the GFS, I'm dreaming of a white Easter in the panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas and into Kansas. That's no joke. Surface low towards the south. So this is showing you from midnight to 7 a.m. Little, if any, rainfall across the state. And then the surface low, you got two surface lows here. This is from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., so maybe some showers across the the west, and it looks dry for sunrise services at this time. It's only Wednesday. And then watch what happens. Surface low consolidates late in the day across south central Oklahoma. It's too early in the morning. South central Arkansas. and moves off towards the east. And you see on the back end some heavier rain and maybe some thunderstorms. This is interesting. This is late Easter, between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m. on Monday. Now, you look at this at the same time period, at 500 millibars, there's a strong upper level low. No, I wouldn't say strong. It's stout, compact. I wouldn't doubt if there's some thunderstorms producing small hail at this time, late Easter day. All right, let's keep that in mind. Now, I know this is very difficult to understand and read. Just to show you, here's Arkansas. This is April Fool's Day. Look at this ginormous ridge, and that is technical meteorology right there. Ginormous ridge going up into Alaska, downstream trough. You get a southwesterly flow here at the base of that trough across our portion of the country, but you're getting this to deliver cold air. You'd probably have a frontal boundary stationary somewhere in here and waves of rainfall, and it would be a cold rain. And then depending on where that front lies and if you get clearing skies, what I'm trying to say is going into the beginning of April, it does not look warm. It looks quite chilly. And depending on clouds and rainfall, I would not rule out another freeze. All right? Very bad news. If things are blooming out by then, they probably already are. Let's keep an eye on this. A lot of people have been comparing this, and rightfully so, saying, you know, do you remember the beginning of April 2007? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but when you see something like this at the beginning of April, you start thinking, oh my gosh, because that was devastating to especially the fruit growers. I remember the ones in northern Arkansas especially. It got cold. I want to say even teens. I'm not quite sure, but I know they were in the 20s. I know that for sure. But I'm not saying that's going to happen. But when you see this pattern developing, you hold your breath and you hope, all right, let's just keep some clouds in and keep it from getting too cold. So a lot going on over the next couple of weeks, and I want to thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.